Hey, everybody. Thanks. Damn it.
There's the intro.
There's the intro.
You've been doing this for how many shows and you still screw it up?
3-3, yeah. Well, Craig, I've had a few beverages, so.
Maybe you should have done this at the beginning then instead of the end.
Well, then you wouldn't have all those beers.
Where's the fun in that?
True.
Where's the fun in that?
All right. Let's go. Let's try again.
Yep.
Take two.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Curly Nation Season 3, Episode 3. Finally, the other Plys. We got Chris Plys on the podcast today.
Finally. Another member of Team Schuster.
Landsteiner. Team
Team
Landsteiner.
Landsteiner.
Mispronounced that.
Yeah.
Team Landsteiner.
Still not John. Still not John.
I'm Joel.
Mike.
Craig.
All right, and as always, Curly Nation is brought to you by Modus Financial. ModusCC.com. That's what I was trying to say. If you need a credit card processing point of sale system, ModusCC.com has what you need. Our club uses them, as does Craig with the Curling Store.
I do. It works great.
Yeah, it works great. Contact Mason. He's got all your credit card processing, point of sale, 100% secure as you can get. Contact Mason. He'll set you up.
Do it.
Or contact us if you need to figure out how to contact Mason.
We'll get you in touch.
Yep.
Club president even of the Madison Curling Club this year.
This year.
Yeah, that's right. He is.
He is.
Yeah.
True story.
True story.
What are we talking about tonight? Before the big interview with Chris Plys.
Well, before the big interview with Plys, Arena National just happened.
Yep.
Where?
Eveleth.
Been there.
At a club, which is kind of weird, right? Like,
I don't know. How do we feel
what?
about that?
Yeah, like Arena Nationals in a curling
I
club.
think they should be there. If they can read weird ice, they can read like regular ice, right?
I think
it makes more sense.
Seems like they need a nice dedicated sheet of ice in front of them, and
that's
like
what,
if it's
ultimately,
at an arena where they have all the good ice maker stuff in front of them, great. If it's at a club where they have good ice makers, great. I think it's fine.
Ultimately, that's what they all want is a dedicated club, right?
Sure.
They're just currently in an arena. That's the way it goes.
Who won?
Yeah. Who did win?
Team Myers won for the men's.
Down from Texas somewhere, right?
Texas.
Austin? Or?
Dallas.
Dallas.
He's in Dallas area.
And
it might not officially be Dallas, but it might be
Team Segovia.
Fort Worth or.
Okay, where are they from? Also from Texas?
I thought you knew.
I don't know.
You know?
I have no idea.
Damn it, I didn't know either.
All right, well we'll figure it out.
That's why
congratulations to them.
Congratulations. Sorry, we don't do research for the show. No. We do very minimal research for the show.
We found out who won.
We did.
Yeah. Good job.
USA qualified for Worlds.
Men's and women's. Congratulations.
Men's and women's through the Pan Continental Curling Championship.
Yes. Dropkin won the
bronze. Which is a brand new format to qualify for Worlds.
Yeah, I like it. I think it makes more sense than having like the challenge. Was America's Challenge.
The America's Challenge. So this was the America's Challenge combined with the Pacific Cup.
Yeah. Yeah, because there used to be
championship. Because there weren't any Europeans there.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. I like it. Yeah, that's good. Makes sense.
They both had fantastic round robins. I think one of them won the round robin and one was tied for first but ranked second or something like that.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yep.
Then both lost semis, but then
Dropkin won
bronze, and then
I think Tab lost a close one against Canada. I think.
Yeah. Lost to Anderson.
Whatever, they made it to the Worlds. That's good.
Go figure. Shannon Bouchard won another medal in something. She's won a lot of them. She was on the show. Yeah. Go check.
She was friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show.
Was Tab on the show too?
Tara.
Oh, Tara was on the show? Are you sure?
Tab was on the show.
I thought Tab was on the show.
Oh,
Sure
right.
Tab was on the show.
Tab was on the show.
That was Tab. No,
Yeah.
not Tara. That was Tab.
Yeah.
Joe's better half.
Joe's
That's
better.
right.
half.
Look it up.
Yep.
For season 1.
Something.
Probably.
One of those
Yeah, because
Ish.
they were in. Yeah, they were in the
Oh, that's right. They were in
bubble.
They were in the bubble. So probably season 2.
Calgary.
Yeah.
Whatever.
In between Women's Worlds and the Slams, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
good.
right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good job getting us to Worlds.
What else happened? There's some bond spiels. We'll talk about some
There's
of those
some
later.
We'll talk about that with Chris.
Yeah.
I won my second game in a row.
Whoa! And your knee still works.
After getting defeated 11-0 in week 1, I am on a 2-game winning streak.
We can confirm you actually walked into the basement. So
Yep.
your knee sort of works.
It hurts. Still hurts. But I did win. I've won 2 games in a row.
How has curling with Martin and Lynn Brown gone?
Haven't played a game with them yet.
Not on Fridays yet?
No, they went to India.
Oh, that's right. You and Henry partied.
And Henry, my 8-year-old, and I partied
Yeah.
while they were gone.
Sweet.
So we had to bye week 1.
Got it.
And then week 2, there was a bonspiel
Oh, okay.
in our club, so nobody
So,
played
like,
on
this
Friday
Fri-
nights.
this
So
Friday
this
is
coming
the-
Friday is the debut of
Whoa.
the dream team with my wife and my aunt and my
The
11-year-old.
Brown family
Nice.
curling experience. I love it. All right. Super.
I don't know.
Cool.
We'll see if I can handle 2 games in a week with the knee.
We're going to find out.
We'll find out.
Tune in next
Tune in next time.
next
I
I
time.
know
made
what
more
happened.
shots yesterday though. Last night I curled
Than you
better
deserved
than I.
to?
No, not necessarily more than I deserved to, but like I looked more like I knew what I was doing
Wow. All right.
last night
Got it.
compared to the first 2 weeks.
Okay. Did you have your full lineup? You had your
We
regular-
did first time.
Whoa, all right. First time you didn't have to
First
play.
time this
You have
year
4
we didn't
people?
play.
Wow.
We had 4 people. We had all 4 normal players,
Congratulations.
which is I don't know. It might be the only time this year. Who knows? We'll see.
It probably will be the only time this year.
Nice.
Actually, I think everybody thinks they're going to show up next week too, but I
Boom.
don't know.
That's a couple days before Thanksgiving, hopefully.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
we'll
won.
see.
It was good.
All right.
We had a good time. We had drank some beers
Did
afterwards.
everybody vote? You told us to go vote. Did you vote?
I voted.
Did you vote?
I voted, of
All
course.
right, so did I. All right.
Of course
Great.
I did.
Good for us.
Yeah.
High five myself.
Twitter's still
That's-
hanging in there.
Yeah.
So far,
Yeah.
but
All right.
There's been some funny
Head-
things though, like some of these, like, whatever.
Yeah, we're not.
Let's not get into that.
Let's not fall into politics.
Go-
on this
I
show.
wasn't gonna
go find
be
a
into
tech
politics.
podcast to talk about
Yeah.
that because that's
All right, so we're gonna talk to
that's dumb.
Plys.
We're gonna talk to Plys. He won some stuff, and we're talking about Project Joy, which is a good thing.
Charities.
Yeah.
Feeding hungry kids.
Yeah.
Also, we got merch. If you want to play some ends, we got some cards. So if you want to play some ends, drink with your friends, win some money from your friends.
Do they have to be your friends?
You can make new friends.
Make new friends. Great way to make new friends.
Great way to make new friends.
We made new friends at the Lupus Spiel playing ends. It was
did.
great. We had Joel Ray Tornaz's wife playing ends with us. She had no idea what she was doing, but she's like, I'm in. She was great.
What's her name?
Don't remember. I'm sorry.
Can't pronounce it.
But I do know she liked red wine because when we bought rounds, that's what she wanted.
Okay.
So I forget her name, and I apologize for that. If you're watching,
She's not watching.
No, maybe Joel is, but probably not. But
Probably not.
she was nice, very nice. I wish I could remember her name, but yeah, cool.
Let's get into it
All
then.
right, yeah. Let's talk to Plys.
All right, first guest of the year here on Curling Nation this year. He's multi-time national champion, multi-time junior champion, junior world champion. He
One
went to
time?
the Olympics once.
Twice.
He's even like the second
Twice.
person. Well, he went fine twice. once as an alternate, once on the regular team.
Alternate still counts, right?
Yeah.
Damn right they do.
Damn right they do. He's
Chris
the
will
second
say the
person,
same.
second person from his own family to be on the show. Welcome to the show today, Chris Plys. Thanks for joining, buddy. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm glad Brownie's on this show so that I can, if anyone's going to fight for that 5th being in Olympics, it's my guy.
Yeah. Me and you
I'm
and
with you, Brownie.
me and you and Solon, baby.
Yeah, baby.
There you go. You guys are that's the history of 5ths in like the men's.
Just about. I don't
Polo and Beard.
Who?
Oh yeah, Baird. Scotty Baird.
Oh, Scotty Baird.
Scotty
that's
Baird.
right.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, he was. Baird was 06.
He
And
was
Michael
with the fencing team.
Yeah.
And what was Mike Kaplinski too?
No, he was on the team. He was the
He,
third.
he was third.
Oh, he was 3rd. God, man, my bad, Mike.
Oh, that's
Nah,
okay.
it's fine.
That's
They
okay. It's
take-
a good thing it's not. It's a good thing it's not trivia night.
They take
Yeah.
probably
It was
Bud.
trivia night.
Was Bud 5th or was Bud?
No, that
Crouch?
was when Solon was the 5th
Oh, that was Solon. Okay.
for those guys. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, as long as I don't know. What about the old ones, Bud?
They
I
might
remember those.
might not even had 5th players back then.
Yeah.
True.
I was talking about the Olympics, so I mean,
Great. Let's go. Sorry.
Right.
Let's get
Let's
off
go.
this 5th player mumbo jumbo garbage talk.
yep. What else? We're not going to talk about. Well, we're going to talk about curling, but not,
Yeah. We're gonna take the USCA stuff for a little break, so we can.
Let's talk
talk about
about
something else.
You're fresh off of a win out in BC. Congratulations. Looks like you took
Thank
a long
you.
road to get there, but tell us a little bit about that event. Looked like good. I watched a little bit on the YouTube.
Yeah. It's been a kind of a slow start to our season. We didn't play a lot, and we didn't play great. Had some games where we played really well, but just couldn't put full tournaments together. And then, we started real well in Pentiction, and then didn't play super well in our last round robin game. Found ourselves in a tiebreaker, and I don't know. I think our team kind of needed that though, to kind of have a long road somewhere and have to persevere through a weekend. And we stole a couple of those games away in the playoffs. One, the 8th against Cooley was a memorable one, because it was just a few really good shots in a row, and against Cooley, not having any guards and being able to steal a win away. There was a lot of just, I don't know, it was a really interesting end to play out, and came away with the win, and just the guys were, I don't know, I think all of us just left that weekend saying, I think we're back. I mean, none of us besides Matt and Colin, but Steiner and Schuster and I still didn't have practice ice going into Pentiction, so just felt good to get away with one.
Yeah, that was the return of Mr. Excitement. Landsteiner came back for that event, right?
Dude,
That was his first one back?
That was his first one back, yeah. And he was just automatic. He was joking. He drove to Grand Rapids a couple times to throw rocks, and he was joking that he went out there the first day, it didn't go all that great. The next day, it was like top 4 guard, throw a hack waiter, and then just go home. And the guy is just automatic. I don't know. I think he's one of the most underrated, underappreciated players in the game of curling worldwide. So, and he just kind of just shows that, even in the first 2 events we've played this year.
Not on this show. He is fully appreciated on this show.
Yeah. We love.
Oh,
we-
I believe that.
Yeah.
This
Man,
might
yeah,
be like
Pop is-
3 of the founding members of the John Landsteiner fan
Oh
club
my
right
god,
here.
he's like the show's biggest fan. We gotta give him nothing but love, man. Every week he's the only one who sends us feedback regularly. He's like, "Oh, I couldn't wait! I was so excited to hear that a new show dropped." So
Yeah, he's
who did you guys play in the tiebreaker and the quarters and all that stuff? What was the order through there?
We ended up playing Sato, a Japanese team in the tiebreaker, and they had just knocked off Carruthers, I think, to get into that tiebreaker. So like a good team. Japan's got a bunch of good teams now. Playing, and then we played. Oh geez, I think we played Flash, and I think we may have stole the 8th end in that game, and then we played Kui in like the round
Quarters.
12, I think, or no, who did we play next?
I think that was
Played-
I think Flash,
yeah,
and
Flash.
then Kui in the
Kui,
quarters.
yep, and then we played Gautier in the semi, and Dunstone in the final.
There you go.
How nervous were you when John's last rock came to rest in that final, and all of a sudden it looked like Dunstone had a shot?
Yeah, I mean, looking back on that end, I mean, I think, I don't really necessarily think it was panic. It was definitely like fast up there. I mean, you could sweep 16s into the rings, like well into the rings, and it was that outturn. It was like outturn freeze, and I don't know. I think all of us just were maybe a little on edge, and when the rock came to a stop, it was kind of one of those. You're like, dang it, like Dunstone's not really the guy that you want to leave that. It was super thin, but it's not something you wanted to leave him for that. So that would have.
I didn't see it. Was it a thin double?
It was like a super thin, almost a Hackner double kind of thin shot, but it was definitely there.
And he didn't have to keep his shooter, which was like
right
the worst part. If he would have had to keep a shooter, I would have felt pretty confident. But yeah, like I don't know. It was makeable. It was super tough and thin, but I don't know. It just seems like those guys, they've been having a pretty decent year, and it was like, I don't know, was definitely holding my breath.
Yeah.
Actually, Hamilton looked at me and gave me the old Bev Schrader used to, when we were in juniors, he said, do this thing where she put thumb up on her, or like knuckle up on her forehead. And he like looked at me, put his finger up his forehead, an old ode to Bev from the old junior days. So that's kind of funny.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, that and we've had the sheriff on the show. He's played pretty well. Actually,
he joined us, I think, for the Briar Watch
for
Party.
the Briar Watch Party. Yeah.
Yes, Briar Watch Party. I think is when he joined us. Had Tyler on and the sheriff, and they were telling stories. It was good. Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he can certainly throw some heat like really accurately. So.
Yeah, and his soft game has gotten way better too the last few years. I mean, he's a pretty complete player now, and I think they got a slam final. I think they might have a tournament or two, wins under their belt too. So I don't know. I thought they upgrade that team just looks real good. This like going into the year, they were one of those teams that you looked at on paper and went, oh, that's pretty interesting. So
for sure,
yeah,
a lot of mix-ups this year. A lot of different teams out there that you guys are going to run into. How's the 5-person rotation going so far?
It's been good. When we brought Colin to a world championship and then the Olympics, and he's like lived with Schuster for a month, a couple times, and I don't know. He's just an easy guy to hang out with, and his sweeping ability is obviously something that we were, looking to add to our team.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Mm-hmm. We have guys that judge the rock real well, but you can't really compete with, the power that he brings. And, just I don't know, we're all getting older, and, all have, whether it's a knee or something that flares up every once in a while, having a guy that we can be confident to throw in the game and, and really not lose anything is a pretty good luxury to have. And, Steiner had a kid this year. She's got a couple kids, and everyone's got stuff in life going on. So especially on the tour with how long the seasons are now, being able to take one off and, just make your schedule a little bit easier throughout the season is sweet. So
yeah, especially with you playing mixed doubles and John playing mixed doubles and Hamilton playing mixed doubles.
Yep.
That's a busy time.
Yeah, definitely busy, and I don't know. I get to take off Morris too, so I mean, the ice there is great. It's a great tournament, but man, it snows every freaking time when we're driving up to that fucking place. So I was like, was on the calendar. I was like, I'll take that one off, please.
Nice.
Then you won in Blaine at the Curling Stadium Contender,
Yep.
playing three-handed.
Yep.
My phone must have been broke or something because it didn't ring to play fourth for you, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, we started the weekend with 4, and then Schuster had some family stuff he had to get home for. So I think after it was the third game. I think it was after the third game, Schuster had to go home, and we decided to run it with 3. And I don't know, we like the final game in that Bonspiel against Casper. That team with Luke and Ben and Chase and Danny, like, holy crap, man. Like, those dudes they played. That was a really fun curling game, and that team is going to be really good. But yeah, I don't know. It was kind of like interesting to play with 3. I think Steiner also proved that he is just like a peeling machine. And I don't know. Me and Colin and Steiner had a bunch of fun, and it was weird being back in the house. I haven't skipped like outside of like a charity event in a decade probably. So
Wow.
that was fun.
Who played what position?
Steiner threw the first 3, then Colin threw the next 3, and then I skipped, but Steiner called the house when I was throwing and Colin swept.
Got it.
I suppose if you've got to play three-handed,
That's probably like
that's
the
a
first
pretty
time
pretty
Steiner's
solid
been
way.
in the house in like 20 years.
Ever?
Maybe.
Ever?
Yeah, I don't know.
He
Who
plays
was that?
Well, that was probably the first
plays
time
league
Lance
games.
Steiner's ever been in the house.
He plays
I think
league
he
games
played
back
one-
in.
League. He has a league, and then
Oh, okay.
he may have won a last chance at third back in the day with
Whoa.
Schuster.
Wow.
A couple years ago, him and his wife came down for the Madtown Double Down, and they played in the fun event. So he got some house experience there.
Yeah.
In the
It's probably not the
amateur part.
same watching Kelsey throw at you as it is Plys, but
Probably not.
I mean, she's probably a lot more pure.
Yeah. Just natural talent coming at you.
No doubt, man. I'm sure he would much rather coming down the ice than me. It was interesting, like, playing three-handed though, because I keep hearing about the debate about like whether it's an advantage or not. I don't really know if it is, but when you have a guy like Steiner, who's like, or like you look at a Dean's team with Chris Sundgren or a Goosh's team with Jeff, like, I'm not sure it's an advantage all the time, but if you have a lead that's that freaking good at drawing, and with 5 rock having like the second's first rock be like such a aggressive like attack shot, when you have like any one of those guys throwing that for you, like, I think that is definitely an advantage.
But for sweeping, like, you lose the hype man. Like, you still got the inside person sweeping, but the other guy's not doing anything.
I do think
The other guy doesn't get to cheer him on.
The
Yeah.
hype man definitely
Yeah,
is an underrated
you lose the hype
curling
man,
position. I excel at being the hype man, not so much at sweeping.
Dude, me too.
Oh, Colin, looks like you better go. You better go, Colin. Oh my God.
If anybody doesn't need a hype man, though, it's Colin.
No, yeah, that's
So-
probably
Yeah.
true.
I'm sure he's
Yeah,
laser
that's a
focused
point.
on the rock. Like, you could be screaming anything at him, and he's not going to hear you.
100%.
He's like a dog.
It's
He's like a dog. Like, you just, like, it's playing fetch. He doesn't hear anything. He just wants to go get the ball and bring it back. Like, that's,
He just wants to sweep it to the other end and then do it again.
yeah, exactly.
Nice. That's pretty good.
So you got more events coming up. Like, you've, it seems like you guys haven't played as much. It seems like Dropkin's showing up somewhere every other weekend.
Yeah.
Do you guys got more
really-
events coming up?
Yeah, the guys are going to Morris. I'm taking that one off. Then we're going over to Japan, to Kurosawa. Like, all of our absolute favorite Bonspiel. And then Arizona. and then a few of us are playing the Madison mixed doubles spiel, and then I think
Nice.
I think it's nationals. Wherever that's gonna be.
Wow. Sneaks
So
right
yeah,
up on
I don't know, like
Mhm.
you see Corey and those guys going, and like frickin' A, man, like more power to you, but I don't think there is a time in this squad that you'll see us posting as many events as those dudes. I just don't think any of us have the.
They have the advantage of, like, I think not having kids, so
They have youth.
they have.
Yeah, and they got like, I think they have set, like, a little bit different goals too. Like, I don't want to speak for them, but
Mhm.
I think that's a team that really wants to see that world ranking up there and be in every slam, and that's awesome. Like, I truly hope that those guys, if they can, get up to number one in the world, great, good,
Yeah.
good on you. And I think it's good for everybody, but
You want
once national,
you want them to be just good enough not to beat you guys, right? At least until the end of the next Olympic cycle, right?
We'll be ready to play them. We'll be fresh, baby. We won't be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fresh. Yeah.
Those guys, they're gonna burn all their energy the first couple months of the year, and then old Wiley Plys is gonna fucking cream them.
Oh, Wiley, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, well, those dudes work out. I'm sure they'll be fine. If it's anything like the beef test, man, like they got at least double or triple of what I got.
Beep test doesn't mean anything. If it did, there would have been a different representative at the last few Olympics. So,
Jesus.
I've heard of the beep test. We may have even discussed it on the show. At one point. It sounds like
it's
ridiculous,
terrible,
just
but
ridiculous
whatever.
conditioning.
It's,
But yeah.
The show should do one. You guys should do a show beef test and like YouTube live that thing.
I'm in.
Remind me what
That's
the
a
beep,
great idea for you too.
the beep test.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Remind me what the beep test is.
It's running.
Yeah, that's fine.
You have to run back and forth 20 meters before a beep.
Okay.
And you have to make it to the other line before it beeps. And
Sure.
you run like 8 to 10 times, and that's stage 1. And then stage 2,
Okay.
you have a little less time in between beeps. And then stage 3, a little less time. And it keeps getting faster and faster until you want to throw up. Or until you do throw up.
Got it.
I already don't like this. Like,
No, it's terrible. But you
I
guys
tried-
are going to
No.
love it.
I
We'll
tried
do it right
once.
in the backyard.
well,
I'll
tried
run the
once.
program.
I haven't run since I retired from the military, so
There you go.
that's Mike. I think he's
Just have a
wrong.
pizza.
I'm
Have a
not-
pizza feet on each side. Somebody's replace it.
Yeah,
each
just
time back.
a pan of bacon on both sides.
No,
Just like
no.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Can we do
take
a
a trot
beer
and-
beep test? Like, see how many.
Maybe.
I did a beer run once. That was awful. It's not good.
Doesn't sound good.
No.
So tell us about this hotel rooftop curling adventure that you guys did.
Yeah. So last week we were down in Chicago at the Emily Hotel, and they had put like 4 of those. I don't know. They're probably like 40 feet long. I don't know if they're made out of like some sort of Teflon or something. And then they got like 4 rocks on casters, like for each side. And I don't know. It was really fun. They had some yurts up there, and it was like I don't know, kind of like Stranger Things vibes on the rooftop. And they just had a bunch of people come out and kind of just chat with us, have some drinks, and I don't know, the hospitality at that thing was crazy. So, but if you're in Chicago, go check it out. I think it's running for the winter. So, the Emily Hotel downtown off the Fulton Market area, and it's, I don't know, I hadn't been to Chicago in a while, and just the food and the energy of that city, man. It was nice to be back.
those were I've seen those. They're like a street curling thing.
Yeah, for sure. And there's the houses on both sides, but it was I don't know, I guess
It's a
kind
little
of
short.
like curled, but it was interesting explaining to people that,
This isn't curling. This is just throwing a disc with wheels down the ice.
yeah, exactly. But no, the like just atmosphere up there and stuff was super super fun, and they had these like yurts set up with like bars inside, and they had people walking around with, cocktails and different foods, and yeah, it was a great time.
Sounds good.
Now, was the like are they a sponsor of your team, or did they just kind of
they were
hook you up?
Yeah, no, they just reached out to us when they were opening this thing up. Sounds like in March they're gonna have a big tournament, like a single elimination tournament that we're gonna go down and maybe put a team together for.
It better not.
March match.
It better not be the third weekend in March, right? Like you've got that weekend blocked off, right?
That one's blocked off. Yeah.
Okay. Super.
Great.
No, that I am not missing, man. It's gonna be a party this year. I'm looking forward to it.
What are we referring to, guys?
Well, Craig, there's this Bonspiel. It's kind of fun.
Dude, we probably shouldn't talk about it because nobody's going to be able to get into it, because I'm pretty sure everybody that was supposed to be in it for pre-COVID is going to be in it again.
It's already booked up.
Yeah, it's probably already full. So get your 2024 reservation.
You might be able to buy a wristband to just show up and party.
I don't know. I don't want to give any details away.
But
House of Hearts in Duluth.
House of Hearts in Duluth, which benefits Project Joy.
Let's talk about Project Joy.
Yeah,
let's do it.
The holidays are coming up, and tell us about what you do, Chris, with that, with Project Joy.
So Project Joy is a charity that was started by my mom in memory of my dad, who passed away back in 2012. And it was originally started as a backpack program where the monies that were raised went directly to like the local food bank, and that then from there was bags of food that would go into kids lockers or cubbies at school, kind of just under the table, so that it wasn't being brought to their kids' attention, because kids can be mean. And one time I think there was like 1,100 plus kids receiving that every weekend, which is just crazy.
Wow.
You look around, like you see some stuff, on the street or whatever, but just how many people, and I guarantee it doesn't, just stop in the Twin Ports area, but like how many kids were struggling with hunger. And and now the money is raised, and it goes to a bunch of different programs throughout the community that help everybody from still doing like after school meals and all that kind of stuff, but also working with different shelters and areas for young moms that don't have a place to be, and all sorts of different things. So I don't know, it's something that we're super proud of, and the curling community is really just embraced it. And when we got a chance to kind of be the charity that was being benefited from House of Hearts, it's just pretty awesome, because it's just the amount of money that came in. I know one year it was like $100,000, and I don't know, it just goes to show just how much good a bunch of people that play curling can do. And yeah, we just had our fall fundraiser this year. It was our first time back since COVID stuff, and we weren't sure what to expect. And I was actually in BC during the event, but yeah, I think it was like a little over $30,000 I think that night that came in. So it's just become something that the community has really gotten behind, and curling's really gotten behind. And I don't know, it's interesting when you hear from teachers or hear from people that work in these boys and girls clubs or work in these different shelters and stuff, the difference that it can make for a kid, not only just not being hungry, but being able to do better in school because of that, or not lash out in different ways because it's just not something that they're going through, that, or not suffering from as much. So I don't know, there's still a lot of work to do, but it's been pretty amazing to see what it's become.
Well, it's good you guys have still been trying to host events. I know HOH hasn't happened for 3 years now, so
yeah, we tried to let it run last year, and it just was
COVID was spiking about the time you gotta commit to get people in, and
all in or just not do it. Cause there's just too many moving parts. So, but we're on for this year. You know, barring something really crazy
Knock on
happening.
wood.
Yeah, but we're really really excited, and I think it's gonna be the best one yet. I know everybody's just, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of time to make up for. So I can't wait.
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
You guys are like, I mean, if there's a Mount Rushmore of you know, people that come out to play in it, you two are on there, and if there's a Mount Rushmore for skips from over the years, Brownie's definitely on it.
Yeah.
So we got some.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'm gonna up my life insurance policy
Yeah.
before I leave.
Good idea.
No,
I think you should probably bring an extra pair of glasses
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna do that too. I might have smashed mine on the dance floor.
Might have smashed them
I
on the
did
dance floor.
joke online that HOH this year should be a week long to make up for all the time that
Oh man, I'm not. I would definitely.
that we've
die.
missed, but
That's okay.
oh man, just coming back.
it got a
from
mixed
Chicago,
response.
a couple nights of not even like going 30%. Me and Colin both woke up with flying. I'm like, I can't do this anymore, but we'll figure it out. I'll get a bunch of Pedialyte stashed away and ready to go.
So
Pedialyte.
I've thought that probably the last 3 times I went to House of Hearts, I'm like, I'm too old for this, like to do it properly. And then something just clicks, and you know, for 3 days you can do it again, and then you feel terrible for like, you know,
A week.
afterwards.
True story.
But I so far, every year I've been nervous that I can't drink like I should, I can't party like I should. I managed to do it.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
There was 1 year. There was
If Ken Mary can do it, then we have no excuse.
Yeah.
there was 1 year several years ago when HOH was kind of late and the last chance spiel in Hibbing was early. So like I did back-to-back weekends. My brother was living in Hibbing at the time, so I went right from Duluth up to Hibbing, recovered for like 2 days, and then started curling on Wednesday because we were a local team.
That sounds awful.
I was gonna die. Like I was literally gonna die on Wednesday. That was awful.
Did you have the shakes like for a day or two when you came home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My legs didn't work. I was
Got it.
like muscles were all sore and dehydrated at the same time. It's like I couldn't.
Chris, are you still hooked up with Red Bull?
No.
No. Oh, bummer.
No.
That was a cool
That was a good
partnership.
That was a real good gig. Yeah, I would go back in a second, but no, that's over. But got to do a bunch of cool stuff with them, and they just, that's a company that goes over the top for everything, man. Like they brought us down to Austin one time. We stayed on Willie Nelson's ranch. Like they had like a ghost town on there. They're like helicoptering from like a wave surf pool to then going to Austin. It was just like the things that they do is mind blowing to a curler.
Fair.
How did you get hooked up with them in the first place?
Yeah, so one of my like really good friends in high school was a videographer for them, and he shot some really iconic videos for Red Bull. Like you guys have to check this out. It was filmed in Wisconsin, but they took a wake skate, a wake skate guy, and took a winch and set up like a rail and stuff in a cranberry field. So like when he was making all the turns, all the cranberries were like spraying. It was really, really sweet. But anyways, like the guy that actually manages our curling team now used to be at Red Bull and I think he was on that shooter on a different shoot with Alex, and just was asking him if he knew anybody that did anything random, and my name I think got brought up, and
I know a random dude.
Yeah, I know a random dude.
This guy's super random.
I got the guy for you, yeah. And I guess in Austria, like the guy that owned Red Bull, I think he just passed away, but it was like the ongoing. He like approves everybody that they sign, like as an athlete to them. So that was like the thing that you guys ready for the curling guy? It was like this ongoing joke. Finally, I think they're just like, yeah, let's freaking do it, whatever.
Nice.
All right, so we gotta start doing some more extreme stuff on the podcast.
Yeah.
To
extreme cranberries. or
Extreme
something.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll think of something.
Yeah. I'm not very extreme anymore, though.
No. Neither
I'm not sure I ever was, but
Yeah.
less so now.
You had some extreme broom slams back in the day.
Oh, did I ever?
We talked about that one of those shows.
Dean told a
Last
great
year-
story about you slamming.
Yeah,
your
that was-
broom
Yeah.
brush.
That was my
You,
best one ever. Was
That
playing
is
against
probably
Dean.
the best one ever. That was a
But-
pretty good story.
Yeah.
Nobody was able to get the head of the broom quite as square to the ice at contact as Brownie. That
Yeah.
was
You
that
had
was
to
impressive.
you had to get it square to get the noise and also to make sure it didn't break.
That is true. That is
There you
And,
go.
like I only broke one broom in my whole life slamming it, and that one I slammed like this instead of flat, like pad down. I hit the butt of it, and then the top went sailing through the air. And
Yeah.
my
Was
mom,
that in Arizona?
No, that was in Philly at Nationals. Yeah.
That was the story
Anyways.
Dean told. That was a good one. Go back to season 1, episode
Something.
2 or
3,
3?
maybe.
3?
Hamilton busted a broom in Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Hamilton. I remembered somebody on that team. I remember seeing a broom in the dumpster out back.
You know where that broom is now? It's at the
Yeah.
shop.
At the shop?
I got it. I'm waiting to figure out the right time to bring that thing out for Matt.
Speaking of brooms, I like your new brooms. I saw your brooms on the BC stuff. Those look sharp, man.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah,
looking
those are
broom.
sweet. The blue chromes from Hardline. Yeah, I think we're trying to get some red ones too, so we can do a little like mismatch while we're
Ooh.
out there too. And
I like
me
it.
and Vicky are busting out the pink skull and crossbones this year too from Hardline. So
Whoa.
Nice.
All right.
we got
Good for
all
you.
the schnaz.
Nice. I like it.
So you're still playing mixed doubles with Vicky,
Yeah,
and you played just the one event this year so far?
yeah. We've only played in Colorado this year,
Got it.
so
Tell us a
Yeah,
little
made
bit
the
about
playoffs.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say just made the playoffs, and then we got we lost an extra end to Delaney and I think it was them. Yeah, Delaney and Danny, I think.
Got it.
But to fact check that one, I don't know. It's this last 2 months.
We
has been a
don't
blur.
we don't fact check
Nope. That's
anything
where
around
we'll
here.
take your word for it.
This podcast is sans facts. So,
For
Facts are optional.
Generally.
yeah.
So then what are you playing? Are you playing just the Madison doubles one? Is that your next doubles event?
Yeah. Yep. That'll be our next doubles event, and then mixed doubles nationals. I was joking with Phil. I was like, "Yeah, we're taking it light this year," and he's like, "Compared to what?" It's. I think we've always just played two. So, and I like with her living up in Alaska and stuff. It's a lot of travel, a lot of money, and all the other sorts of jazz. And trying to fit it in with men and women's is a chore. So,
Yeah, because she
But
played
she's
with.
not playing women.
She's not playing women's? Or
Not this year.
No.
Because
nope. She.
Christensen's playing
She's
for Tab.
stepping back, right? Is that
Yeah,
the
she
technical
took-
term?
Yeah. Well, the
Back to
team.
the.
Yeah. Well, she played for Christensen, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And then now Christensen's playing third for Tab. And did the rest of the team like disseminate to other teams?
Sarah and Taylor are playing with
That's right. Yeah, they're
Lexi Lanigan and Leah Yavaro, and Eileen Geving has been subbing in with their team.
There you go.
I don't know if she's a
Nice.
permanent fifth or not, but
Great.
yeah.
Is Eileen playing with Schuster for mixed doubles?
she is. Yep.
Got it.
Yep. So there was a little shuffling on that side of things too, I guess. But no, I've everything I've heard from everybody is that it's kind of been good on all sides, so it seems to work out.
Awesome.
Sweet. What do you do when you're not curling, Chris?
Oh, I got a new puppy. So Alyssa and I Alyssa has been dealing with, the puppy. But yeah, so I don't know. We just get outside as much as we can. I got another job outside of curling too, so when I'm not working, I don't know. We try to be outside as much as possible. I just ordered a new pair of cross country skis tonight, so gonna give that a run this winter. But other than that, we did a bunch
a pair of what?
this year.
Dude, cross-country skiing is legit, man.
Okay.
That is hard work.
Yeah, man. I don't really like going to the gym, so if it's not like mountain biking or something else, like I need something that I'm like actively doing something while getting a workout. Otherwise, I just don't like it.
I like that. I'm down with that.
But
Have you cross-country skied, like, in the past?
it's probably been like 10 years, so it's gonna be a butt kicker, I think, to start. But we live like 6 blocks from a golf course, and 4 blocks from a lit cross country ski trail. In one of the local city parks here. So I don't know. I've been kicking myself ever since we lived here, like never going on the lit trails, because that's such a fun thing to do. And so I'm like, screw it, finally doing it this year. Finally won some money so I can afford some.
Are you a classic skier or are you a skater?
I just got classic skis. I'm gonna start there, and then we'll work our way.
All right, baby steps.
Yeah.
All right, okay, like it. Then after that, then you throw the gun in and you do some biathlon, right? 2030, you're gonna be on the U.S. biathlon team. Is that what I'm hearing?
7,000. Yeah, I think so. Something like that. It's like 7,000 squirrels in this golf course, so I'll just throw a little 22 on my back.
Love it.
That's a great idea.
Love it.
Take a squirrel.
Collect the tails so you can sell those to MEPS. Get some fishing lures. Yeah.
Yes, I would see that. Now we're talking.
See, my father-in-law does that. So yeah.
Now you got another job.
See, yeah. No. Boom. Yeah. Like 10 cents a
Yeah,
tail.
I did a decent amount of fishing and stuff this summer too. I mean, I royally suck at fly fishing, but I really love it. So been trying to learn that and get better at that. But that seems to be about as maybe more tedious than learning and perfecting curling. So I'm sure once I'm like 50, I'll feel.
Yeah, the season for fly fishing is going to be pretty short, standing in Lake Superior, right? Because
you don't fly
freaking
fish in
You
Lake
don't
Superior. You
fly
fly
fish in
fish in
Lake
like
Superior,
lakes and
dumbass.
streams and stuff. Yeah. So.
Jesus.
All right.
Yeah.
We're not gonna kick you up. Yeah. We're not. This is not a fishing show. We're not gonna get into fishing.
So your butt is gonna hurt
barely a curling
after you
show.
cross country ski. Like that's what I remember about like. We don't get enough snow to cross country ski very often down here, but I bought some like 10 years ago, and I've used them probably about 8 times. Mm-hmm. But I remember like the next day, you're like, oh my god, what happened to my ass?
I've never used those muscles in my life. Yeah. So
That'll be perfect, because our new curling pants Colin was just making fun of me how I have no ass in it, but I mean he so that maybe it was subconsciously that I was like, I gotta find something.
I gotta get an ass.
got it.
I don't think any quasi middle-aged man should be making fun of another man about not having an ass, because like
I don't know. It's all good-natured ribbing in a curling pant.
Sure.
You gotta look good in a pair of curling pants. So yeah.
I have no problem making fun of another man's ass.
I don't either. All right, we're not kicking you off, but we got some questions, so we ask all our guests. So we're gonna fire these at you and answer them at your leisure. I'll go first. How did you start curling?
I was going to a hockey game in Duluth, and sorry, my phone is falling off. They're at the deck there. There's that big viewing window, and my parents knew some people down there, and they waved us down to try it out, and they just threw me in juniors. I think they thought it was going to be cheaper than hockey and less travel than hockey, and and here we are.
Wrong.
Well, actually, it's probably still cheaper than hockey.
Yeah, probably
I don't
is.
know.
You don't have
I'll
to get up at 5 in the morning to go practice.
I'll let you know after this hockey season if it's cheaper or not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Other than your home club, what's your favorite club to play at?
Ooh. couple different ones for different reasons. I love the St. Paul Club for the Downs, just the whole thing. I don't know. Grew up with Dexy, and you know, he always made us feel like royalty when we were kids down there. And just like I'll always remember laying on those couches and hearing the compressor kick on and being like vibrated into a nap.
Yeah, you can. It's like auto nap when those compressors kick on. The floor just starts shaking. Oh, I miss that. I should go back just for that.
Seriously, man. Other than that, I really love. I mean, Oakville's like for ice conditions and stuff. That one's tough to beat.
All right, nice. Do you have a favorite Bonspiel and why?
Oof.
Other than House of Hearts is probably
other than House of Hearts,
but yeah.
Outside of like House of Hearts and Last Chance, Kurosawa in Japan. I think this will be my 4th or 5th time going to that one. I'm super lucky. It's gotten to the point now where we like when we see it's opening, we're like, can we please just like come back? But just the hospitality there, the Japanese people. I don't know if you guys have seen like the Team Schuster hoodies and stuff that we have.
Yeah, a lot of fan art.
Yeah, those look really nice.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy. You go and there's fans after the game that are, you know, bringing you caricatures of yourself, and I don't know. Obviously, the food and it's beautiful, but I don't know. The fans in Japan are also just unbelievable, and the cool part about Japan too is like we'll get done and like the arena that's in. It's not like very big, but it's always full. But the guys play and then the women play, and whenever we're leaving the rink, like there is a line so far that everyone's coming to watch the women's curling because like they just can't get enough of all those ladies.
Yeah.
You know, it's Fukugawa and Yoshimura and all them, and so that's super cool. And also like honestly, the Pentiction event that we were just at, the hospitality at that event is just ridiculous. Like they feed you. There's always food there. They constantly sending us home with like local beers and bottles of wine, and they had a great banquet. And I don't know, it just kind of like reminds me of the old days, because I think, you know, like Brownie, you know, like some of those events back in the day, it used to be kind of like that, where, you know, there's constantly
the
things
whole
being
town
thrown
comes out, right?
Yeah. You get off the ice and they're clapping for you after every draw, and it doesn't matter if it's an 8 a.m. draw or a night draw. Like the club is just packed, and
That's awesome.
I don't know. It reminds me of the good old days, and so that's another one I don't ever want to really miss again while I'm playing.
Nice.
Setting aside money, what's the best thing you've won?
Oh man.
Or weirdest.
Or weirdest, bestest?
Is it Brownie that's got a chainsaw? Was that you?
Pressure washer, actually.
You could have
Pressure washer?
got a
Okay.
chainsaw, but you got the pressure
I could have
washer.
chosen the chainsaw, but I chose the pressure washer because my wife already had a chainsaw.
We had Glenn Howard and Wayne Madon. They said they won water skis at one Bonspiel.
That's super good. I don't have anything I don't really have anything like that. I guess the best one that I've like been around was one time Phil Drovnik won a like 7-week stand-up comedy like training. And that was
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he failed that class,
Yeah,
though, I think.
He definitely failed that. I can't imagine he would. But I remember he opened up the envelope, because I think it was just like he picked an envelope and opened it at the table, and he's just like, "What in the hell?"
That's pretty good. I like that.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Some like those car spiels, like that was a thing of like the 70s.
Yeah.
That, you know, I never even saw one of those, or like I never played in one, obviously. But
There's a men's around here where there's always a toilet in the raffle.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what
I think it was Eddie.
it's a raffle, but
I think it was Eddie Lukowicz that's at one point said he had like 8 brand new cars at his house because they had won 2 car spiels that year.
wow.
Something crazy like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
That's something.
There ain't nothing around here like that anymore. That's for sure.
You need a cow spiel.
Yeah, we needed a cow spiel in Wisconsin. My dad won a
Ooh,
cow.
I've won pork at a spiel. Like,
yeah, isn't there some event where they play for like the big prize is a half a cow, I think, like butchered cow, but they don't pull it. They don't pull the event that it's in until like people are actually in the events, so you can't tank games to get into the B.
That's the St. Paul mixed.
Yeah, that's something like that.
Yeah, because I was in that, and you win a full pig.
There you go, full pig. That's
and
pretty cool.
We were actually in the running. Like, we were in the C event, and at the banquet they pulled the C event.
Yeah.
And we proceeded then to fucking shank the next game.
Got it. Good job. Way to go, Joel.
Yeah. So we were, that would have been the C event semis.
Way to choke on the bacon, so to speak.
Yeah. So I was especially pissed that we missed that game, but we were in the right event, because there's like, it's a big spiel. So there's like,
I just couldn't remember what it was.
There's like 6 events.
There's a bunch of teams.
There's a bunch. There's a bunch of events.
Yeah.
And they picked the C event, and I was pissed.
Yeah.
What are you drinking tonight, by the way, Chris?
You having anything?
I was sipping on a sour from Odell Brewery, but now I'm just on that seltzer water. Unless I have time to run down and get another beer, but I didn't want to.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. What's a skill or talent outside of curling that you have that people should know about?
I don't know. I'm like very adequate at a lot of things. I'm not like spectacular.
So that's the story of like everybody's life, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I can keep up on a mountain bike. I can, I have decent knowledge of the outdoors. I can skateboard a little bit. I can do everything a little bit, snowboard a little bit, but yeah, everything is just a little
bit.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Got it.
I noticed that you left off music in that list.
I don't know how you're gonna bring that up. I can't remember where I just was, but somebody thought it'd be hilarious, like at something where there's a decent amount of people to like plug an iPod in and just start playing it randomly over the speakers. And, it's just, it never ends, man.
Ouch. Man.
Yeah.
I'd say I feel bad for you, but I feel like you brought it on yourself a little bit, back in 2008-ish.
I brought a lot of things on myself around that time, so it's been an upward climb, but I have pushed the boulder quite a ways up the hill.
Attaboy.
But yeah, it's like every year, man, it's either Brian McWilliams or somebody like posting that. It's like a tradition. That and Casper posting the Green Bay newspaper with the sex offender with my picture, like
that was great.
I
love that. I love that one.
It is amazing picture.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic.
If you haven't seen it,
laid that paper, man.
Yeah. So for those of you who haven't seen it, the Schuster and there's Plys in front. I think Schuster's might be behind you.
I think Ike is in that picture
in there?
pretty front and center, isn't he?
You're
I think Ike's in there.
You're high-fiving some kids going by at some event, and the article next one over is something about a sex offender, but the headlines are way off. And
yeah, it's pretty classic.
Yeah. It's
all right.
Look on Facebook. You can probably find it somewhere. It's pretty great.
What helped you along the way to become a better curler?
I think I was actually just down in Oklahoma City for USOPC event, and we were asked to kind of tell our stories briefly to everybody. And I was kind of just before that thinking about everything, and I had a lot of success in juniors, and won a bunch of junior nationals and junior worlds and won the university games and, went to the Olympics in 10 right out of juniors. And then kind of just thought I had it all figured out and whatever. And then proceeded from there to kind of get, lose quite a few finals and kind of get put in my place a bit. And I mean, quite honestly, not to have like a sob story or anything, but like, I think when my dad died, it forced me to grow up, to start growing up and start like being responsible for, myself. And then honestly, like getting into the program and having access to a sports psychologist and being able to, I remember my first year that I played with Heater, like I was just an asshole and was a horrible teammate. And, we had a lot of success on tour, but it never really manifested itself into like national titles and stuff. And, but in that time I was able to work with Carly a bunch and just kind of reflect on what the things I was doing that weren't beneficial to a team. And just, I don't know, from there on out, getting the opportunity to play with John and playing with guys that were established. And, I think just to backtrack a second, like I think the last few years with Heater and bringing Corey and Tom onto that team and getting kind of put into more of a, just like an older player with a younger player type role, like a little kind of like mentory kind of, I don't know if they'd see it that way, but I don't know, just learned a lot. And then me and Heater became, really good friends and will always be somebody that I'm super grateful to have played with because, great player, saw the game so well and just got so much out of his team. And but yeah, then when I got to play with John and all these guys that are established and won a bunch of stuff and just kind of got into they carried themselves differently. Like when they went into an event, it wasn't like, is this going to be the one? Like they expected to walk out and win those national championships and stuff. And so just that shift as well, I think was something that that I just kind of, it benefited me to get to the next step, I guess.
You mentioned Carly, that's the sports psychologist for USA Curling?
Yep, it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. And she's just a super interesting lady.
For those that aren't in the know.
Yep, and she's a super interesting lady. Like, she was a national champ gymnast at UCLA. So she gets, competing on a high level and nice. The pressures and the mental stuff that goes along with that. So yeah, she's been great.
Awesome.
Is she still working with the teams?
She is. Yep.
All right. Less heavy question. You're going to a Bonspiel. Yep. And you get to take your ideal team.
Okay.
We've allowed people to take 4 or 5 person teams because, that's just the way curling is now. Who are you taking? Anybody. Famous people, regular curlers, alive, dead, doesn't matter. And where are you going to go? If you're going to go somewhere. If you have any place in particular you want to go.
Okay. I think I would take, geez Louise, man. I would take, man, it's kind of like that question of like, who would you have beers with if you could?
Exactly.
It's a lot like that.
Exactly.
Man.
I'm assuming you would drink beers at this spiel, so it's kind of the same question, actually.
Mitch Hedberg would be one.
Whoa!
Oh,
all right.
Yes. Good choice.
Anthony Bourdain would be 2.
Whoa! Wow.
And I'm not gonna do a 5-man team because I don't think I can get that far. This is so hard. Hedberg.
Are you gonna bring another curler, or are you just going 3 non-curlers?
And you're like, we're 3 and out. It's fine. Who cares? We'll have more fun than everybody else.
Maybe I'd take somebody like Ewan McDonald maybe.
Yeah, that's a good
All right.
choice. He's from Scotland.
Yeah.
He's a good.
Like
Yeah.
he's one of my.
He's a good dude.
He's one of my favorite curlers of all time. Maybe my favorite curler of all time. And I don't know. He's a super fun dude. And
I like it.
I'd hold the broom. I'd like to listen to that hammer slide across the ice too. So
There
bring a
you
little bit
go.
of that old school flavor to it.
There you go.
But I think
Probably
that
Probably
would
Mitch,
eat well.
Mitch
the
at
whole
lead,
time.
and then Mitch at lead, and I feel like Anthony Bourdain's a little bit more athletic. Maybe he's probably throwing second rocks.
Yeah,
Something
I mean,
like
he
that,
could throw
right?
third. Could be.
Although
Yeah.
Mitch is probably going to be the worst sweeper ever.
Yeah, but who cares?
Who
cares?
Yeah.
You're
cares?
probably going to a fun spiel, so
Yeah.
sweeping is overrated
fine.
at a fun spiel.
Yeah.
We're
So-
going to the Medford Silver Dollar, baby.
Medford's.
Nice.
I
Yes.
love it.
Nice.
We're grilling
love it.
steaks in the fireplace. We're doing it.
Yes,
Get
that's a
some-
great pull.
get-
I love that.
get some
I
frozen
love that
pea-
answer.
Getting some frozen pizzas and
Yeah, a lot of old fashions.
Oh yeah.
I have a high school friend who moved to Scotland, and she's a veterinarian, and she was doing like rotations in different parts of Scotland, and she's staying in this little dinky like inn, and she sees this like these curling pictures on the wall, and she strikes up a conversation, and it happens to be Ewan's place. And she's like, I have a guy that I used to like go to high school with and college with that got into curling in the States. And he says, well, you know, who? And she says, Craig Brown. And he's like, oh. And he like walks across the room, and there's some picture on the wall of some event that we're like me and him playing against each other. And this girl like just like randomly stumbles in this inn. And like I don't know, it's just kind of a weird.
You always have a
You
story.
and
I love having you on the show. You always have a story.
I'm old, man. I know a
Always
lot
got
of people.
weird story. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, if you had a walk-up song in curling, what would it be? Like walk up for doesn't matter, like a takeout or like
Just walking on the ice,
Just-
whatever.
you pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'd have to go with. Oh man. I mean, we were just talking about the curling too. But like for the slams, I wanted a song called Blockbuster Part 2 by a band called Run the Jewels.
Oh, love Run
It's
the
like a hip hop
Jewels.
group, but they
Hell yeah.
yeah, man, they go. We were the conversation was like, what song gets you amped
Yeah.
up like more than anything, or like
Yeah.
what song makes you want to like fight someone, even if you're just like in a good mood, and that's my song.
Is that
Killer Mike?
is that on
Killer Mike
RT,
and
is that on RTJ 1, 2, or 3?
I think it's on 2. could be
RTJ
wrong.
2. All right.
I don't think they're.
I'll
I don't
find it.
think they're Run the Jewels anymore either, though. I think
Are
Killer
they
Mike's
not?
out on his own
Yeah.
now.
Dude, I was supposed to go for my birthday. Alyssa and I were gonna go to New York City. This would have been 2020. Yeah, they were playing on tour with Rage Against the Machine, and they were gonna play tonight.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, and tonight's was my birthday, so we were gonna go out for both nights, and that was a solid bummer to
Yeah.
miss that one. Heck of
That
a
would
show.
have been a show. Wow.
Well, one of my walk-up songs was Panther Like a Panther from RTJ 3. So
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
All right. Well, that's the end of our questions. But you're.
Well, hold on a second.
What?
What if I want to expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, do it. Then.
What else you listening to these days? Like non walk-up music stuff. You're a music aficionado.
I love music. I love food, and music right now.
The new Taylor
Lots of
Swift,
stuff, man.
of course.
I haven't listened to it yet. Apparently people like it though. Like seeing the Ticketmaster thing today, people were on there for
Yeah.
whatever.
Who are you listening to? Let's go.
Let's see here. Let me just open up my Spotify here. It's the latest.
Yeah.
Great. I've been listening to quite a bit of, I've been actually a lot of old stuff. Alyssa and I collect a lot of vinyl, so I mean, she's like really into stuff from like the 60s and 70s. But myself, I've been listening to a lot of like Trampled by Turtles.
Mm-hmm. Joel's a big
fan.
I'm a big fan. Yeah.
A lot of Brandy Carlisle lately. A lot of Joy Crooks lately. A lot of Will Dorado lately.
I don't know the Will Dorado at all. Never heard of them.
Will Dorado, you guys would dig it, I think.
I'll check it out.
I think they're from Oklahoma, kind of like alternative stuff. Polisa, quite a bit of lately. Group from Minneapolis. If you haven't heard of Polisa, check them out.
Okay.
A lot of Mac Miller again. I
like Mac Miller.
It's like one of the only people
R.I.P.
I've ever been like about. Yeah. JJ Gray recently.
No.
I listen to a lot of hip hop and stuff, but I love folk music and I love like the blues and I love indie music. So I don't know.
Almost lost you there for a second.
Yeah.
Started flipping over.
All right.
My phone is balancing on its charging cable right now.
Nice.
So. If you had to pick one meal, the last meal, and you're having it tomorrow, what is it?
Yeah, 100% tacos.
Tacos.
Like good tacos, or like a big old like burrito smothered in green chili type, like that. I don't know. We were just in Denver and had like one of the best burritos of my life at the place out there, and I can't stop thinking about it. So hopefully.
Nice. All right. Well, you play for a fancy team. You should have some sponsors that you should want to talk about. You want to talk about your sponsors quick before we kick you off?
Or you can take your time. You don't even have to do it quick.
Definitely. Definitely hard. Like shout out to Hardline. Those guys have been, they make such a great product, and I feel super fortunate on both my men's and mixed doubles teams to be able to sweep their brooms and stuff. And a company called Chill Boys. We actually got like an underwear commercial coming out.
Whoa,
get out of town!
Yeah, get out of town!
Yeah, it should be pretty funny. Me and Schuster and Colin, like Maddie wasn't there, and Steiner wasn't there, but the three of us. And a funny story, like, so
do you honestly think Steiner would have done it?
No,
there's no chance.
Yeah, no. But it's funny because so there's this company called Chill Boys out of the cities, and been doing some stuff with them recently, and great guys, wonderful product. I'll when I come down to Madison, I'll bring you guys each a couple pairs of boxers.
Yes, love it.
Yeah, it's great stuff. But yeah, I thought we were doing just a picture photo shoot because they make like sweatshirts and other stuff too. And we get there and they're like, "Oh, hey, here's your boxers or wherever you guys want to change." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" I looked at Colin Schuster and I was like, "Yo, I did not even know that this was coming. I'm so sorry." But we had a great time with it. So that should be out soon. And then Allianz is our main one, and they've treated us like royalty since we've been with them since prior to the Olympics. So it's been cool. It's us and Jesse Diggins in Minnesota with Allianz, and yeah, they've just terrific company. Then they've just treated us like kings. So very, very appreciative of them. And then
that's a Minnesota-based insurance company, correct?
I believe they're out of Germany, but they have a big office in Minnesota.
Okay,
got it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. So, but yeah, other than that, man, just like USO PC, they're funding. Obviously, like the health insurance is a big reason that we can all afford to take so much time off, and having things like that. So
right.
I don't know. It's better than that, yeah, man. It's all good. We're just out there grinding. But if anybody wants to sponsor some curling teams,
and Red Bull, I would totally come back and be and if you want to sponsor me, I would totally come back. Open arms.
I'm sure nobody listens to it, man. But me and Schuster went to this place called Dave's Hot Chicken when we were down in Oklahoma City, and I saw they were opening 10 spots in Minneapolis.
Whoa.
It's like these hot Nashville hot chicken strips. If you ever are driving somewhere and you see a Dave's Hot Chicken, you have to stop and you have to try it.
What was the chicken? Didn't you guys do a commercial for like a chicken place or something?
Yeah, we did a thing with Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's. There you go.
Yeah, and
maybe they're not a sponsor, but you did some stuff for them.
Yeah, we did kind of a one-off thing with them, and also I guess I can plug this right now because tomorrow I think we did a collector's series with Topps, like trading cards.
Whoa.
Trading cards, and they're going to be stores and stuff tomorrow and in some of their packs. So if you collect trading cards and are into Olympic stuff, I don't know if it's just Olympic ones or if we're going to be in like random packs, but yeah,
nice. I like it. Can I get a Chris Plys NFT?
Yeah, so are they going to have yours on like the right names on the cards, or is it going to be another Plys polo kind of screw up?
They sent them to us in advance, and we signed several hundred of them to throw on these packs. So it should be pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
How pissed are you gonna be if you're a little kid and you buy a pack of baseball cards, expecting to get, Mike Trout, and you get Landsteiner? Like, I love Landsteiner to death, but they're gonna be like, come on.
Just
Landsteiner,
Martin Brown's gonna get.
Guy doesn't say anything. Like, at least give me one of the
a dozen
loud
packs
guys.
of baseball
Give me the weird
cards.
dude with the mustache or something.
Yeah.
Like,
where's my Satchel Paige?
Martin Brown's gonna get a dozen packs of baseball cards in his stocking on Christmas Day, and he's gonna open them up and get a John Schuster and be like, "Dada, what's this? I don't want no John Schuster card.
What is this? I don't want a Schuster. I don't want baby Luke's Dada." Because that's like how he still kind of refers to him. Because like when he first met him, Luke was just a baby.
I love it. All right.
So all right.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time. You don't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're gonna turn you off.
Well, at least we're gonna
Anyways,
turn it off.
yeah.
But thanks for coming on the show. Good luck to you the rest of the season. You and the team.
Mainly you though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mainly you.
Yeah. Mainly you.
Mainly
I'll
you.
take it.
Yeah.
And
I'll
John.
take it. Everywhere
And
else I go,
Landsteiner.
it's all,
Just
it's all
Landsteiner. You and
about-
Landsteiner.
John.
You and
And-
Landsteiner are a favorite.
And we'll see you down here in Madison for the Mat Down.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to get down to Madison, man. Excited.
All
All
right,
right.
cool.
Sounds good. See you, Chris. Thanks,
See you
buddy.
guys.
Bye. All right, Curling Nation, that's it. Season 3, Episode 3. Big thanks to Chris Plys for coming on. Second best Plys, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Big thanks to Modus Financial for continuing to be a sponsor. Check them out, moduscc.com. If you want to get some cards to play some ends, want some Curling Nation merch, get in touch with us. curlingnation@curlingnetwork.com. Otherwise, hit us up on any sort of social media. Curling Craig, the Mike 720, Joel Dietz. Otherwise, Joel runs the Curling Nation Twitter. Holidays are coming up. If you want to make a donation to Project Joy, which Chris talked about, hit them up, projectjoynorthland.com. Great Christmas present. Otherwise, let us know who's going to be better than Chris Plys that we should get for interviews for the rest of the season. We'll see what we can do. See what strings that we can pull. Hopefully you all went out and voted. Check out the town hall that's coming up.
USCA
it'll probably be
town
over.
hall, that
It'll
is.
be over by the time this comes out, but watch the recording. Otherwise, I think that's it. Mike McDermott, Craig
Craig.
Brown, Joel Dietz, Curling Nation. Oh.